In 1974, a soldier walked out of a jungle in the Philippines, still fighting the Second World War. His uniform was patched 100 times. His rifle was oiled and working. He had kept it ready for 29 years. He wasn't lost. He wasn't mad. The truth was dropped on him from the sky, year after year, and every time his mind found a way to refuse it. His name was Hiroo Onoda, and the war he wouldn't stop fighting might be the same one you're in right now. December 1944. Japan is losing the war. A young intelligence officer is sent to a small island with one order: hold out, never surrender. And a promise: whatever happens, we will come back for you. 9 months later, the war ends. Nobody comes. Planes drop leaflets into the jungle. The war is over. Come out. He picks one up, reads it, carefully, the way he was trained to. And his trained mind finds the flaw. A character printed slightly wrong. A trick. Propaganda. More leaflets, newspapers, magazines, photographs of his own family, begging him to come home. And every time, his mind performs the same quiet magic. If it contradicts the mission, it must be fake. Understand this, he wasn't a fool. He was intelligence trained. That was the problem. Intelligence doesn't free you from a story. It makes you better at defending it. One companion walks out of the jungle and surrenders. Years later, another is shot. Then, in 1972, the last one falls. And now it's one man, holding a front line in a war that exists nowhere on Earth except inside him. 29 years, 10,000 nights of rain. He counted his bullets, patched the same cloth until none of the original remained, mapped every trail like scripture. Discipline became his religion and his prison. And this is not a fairy tale. Real people died on that island. Villagers his mind had recast as enemy soldiers. That is the full price of a defended story. It doesn't just take your years. It makes you wound people who were never your enemy. And beneath all that discipline, a question waited in the dark. What if it's true? What if it's been over all along? He couldn't let it in. He couldn't, because if the war was over, then what had the years been for? That's the real chain, not the jungle. The unbearable price of admitting that the story is finished. Then, in 1974, someone found him. Not an army, not a search party. A college dropout with a backpack. A young traveler who told people he was looking for Lieutenant Onoda, a panda, and the abominable snowman, in that order. It took him 4 days to find the ghost of the Second World War. That night, by a fire deep in the jungle, the soldier told him the one thing that explains everything. He would stand down only on a direct order from his commanding officer. So they found the man, his old major, 30 years older now, a gentle bookseller in Japan. They flew him to the island. He stood in front of his last soldier and read the order aloud. 29 years of war ended in 1 minute. Onoda wept. No leaflet could reach him, no newspaper, no photograph of home. The release had to come from the same place the order came from. You're not on an island, but somewhere in you, a soldier is still holding a line. A grudge whose war ended years ago. A fear that made sense once, when you were small, when it was dangerous, when the order was given. Loyalty to a story that expired. And no leaflet from outside will reach that soldier. No advice, no proof. The order to stand down has to come from where the first order came from inside. Someone just has to walk into the jungle and tell that soldier the war is over.
This is just the beginning of understanding yourself. Subscribe to continue the journey within. Thanks for being here and see you in the next video.